So Apple just dropped their first ever iPhone Air. Not the iPhone 17 Air, just iPhone Air. And honestly, I'm not sure who this phone is really for. So in this video, we'll take a look at what makes the iPhone Air unique, the trade-offs Apple made to get there, and most importantly, is it actually worth your money? Let's break it down. The headline feature here is thinness. At just 5.6 millimeters thick and 165 grams, this is Apple's thinnest and lightest iPhone ever. It's even thinner than most Android flagships. The screen is 6.5 inches, sitting right between the iPhone 17 6.3 and the 17 Pro Max's 6.9. It looks sleek, futuristic, almost like a concept phone brought to life. But here's the thing. To make a phone this thin, Apple had to make some serious compromises. The iPhone Air only has one rear camera. Yes, one. That's what they call a fusion system, with the single camera working as both a 48 megapixel main shooter and a 12 megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom. But no ultrawide, no ProRes, no macro, and no spatial photos or videos. It's basically a solid main camera and not much else. Apple calls this design of the new camera a camera plateau because, well, most of the phone's guts are shoved up into that raised camera bump. The A19 Pro chip, storage, and camera hardware all live there, while the bottom half of the phone is basically just battery. Speaking of battery, this is the big question mark. Apple claims the design leaves enough room for an all-day experience, but we'll have to wait for real-world testing to see if it holds up. I will say they did a lot in terms of trying to bring battery efficiency to this model by adding a lot of new chip upgrades. So they may live up to the task. And then there's the heat. If you used a 15 Pro or a 16 Pro, you know Apple had thermal problems in recent years. They fixed some of that with the new 17 Pros by tweaking the glass and going to an aluminum build this year. But the iPhone Air, it's still titanium frame and there's no specialized vapor chamber for cooling like in the new Pro models. You're basically holding the battery itself. How hot will it run under heavy use? That's a genuine concern. Now here's the real head scratcher. The iPhone Air is priced between the base iPhone 17 and the Pro models, coming in at $999. So who is this phone for? Not photographers. You're losing half the camera system. Not power users. There's no Pro level feature set besides the chip, and that has one less GPU core than the Pro models. Maybe minimalists. Maybe people who just want the new thin iPhone. At this price point, it's a tough sell unless you really value design above everything else. And that's not an issue if you do. This phone can be quite the conversation starter in public, especially when someone gets to hold it and they feel how light it is. So, should you buy it? If you want the thinnest iPhone ever made, don't take professional level photos, and just need a sleek, powerful phone with the A19 Pro chip, then maybe the iPhone Air makes sense. But for most people, you'll probably be better off with the regular iPhone 17 or going Pro for the full camera system. Personally, if Apple had just added one more rear camera, I'd actually consider it. But as it stands, this feels like a niche device. But that's just my opinion. Some of you may really love this phone and consider it a brilliant design move. And in a way, I do too. I love the idea of thinner and lighter phones, and I take my hat off to early adopters such as yourself. You help to make the future possible. But if you aren't sure if this or any of the new iPhone 17 lineup is right for you, take a look at my recap of the Apple event here. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you're going to pick up one of these. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next go round.